On the bench today we have a DAC Mark 10 sideband radio. What's wrong with it? I don't know. Picked it up and so I could see maybe if I could fix it. Well, let's see if it'll turn on. Well, it turns on. I don't know if it requires a microphone for receive or not, but the channel selector doesn't light up. Everything else seems to. The lights in the meter work. All three of the AGC work. Transmit. Well, it tries. ALC light comes on. RF power or plate current. Calibrate SWR. Okay, there's a bulb that's out. Calibrate bulb. And well, this knob's shot. Lower, upper, AM. All those bulbs are working. Well, we may have a bad PLL section. It's got what looks to be a crystal mod here. I'll show you underneath. But she doesn't look too bad inside as of yet. I'll show you that as well. Well, the inside of the DAC 10. The tubes are still here, which is unusual, but they're still there. The only thing I could see missing was a crystal down in here, but that's underneath on the switch with another crystal. But otherwise, everything else looks like it's still intact. We'll have to check this chip out. It's possible that the VCO is no good, but we'll find out. We'll do some checks. Once I put this crystal back in, I'm going to take the radio back to stock. The only thing that sucks is they drilled a hole in the front to put that switch. I'll have to make a cap for it. But let's take a look at the bottom. I'm going to hook the power here. Okay, well, here's the bottom of it. Here's the two crystals that are hooked to the switch in the front. Someone's done some major modifications over here on the PLL chip. So I'm pretty sure that we got a problem either in the VCO or the chip. But other than that, it fires up and don't look too bad. Looks like there's been a bit of playing around in here. There's still some glue in here. They never took the glue out from the factory. So it could have a problem there. Some glue back here. We'll have to probably pull that out. We're going to pull the crystal mod out. Put the original crystal back in its proper location. And straighten out this mess over here to PLL. Okay. Be back when I start getting that stuff done. Well, now that I got this whole area straightened out here, all the resistors that were in there and all the traces repaired, and the original crystal put back in where it belongs, went to fire it up. No difference, no change. Got to checking the voltages. I'm missing my voltage here. So I went chasing voltages. I seem to be missing voltage from the whole main board. So I went over to my power supply. I wound up having to buy the Sam's manual. Well, that led me back to the power unit. And sure enough, got a bad voltage regulator. So I'll get that replaced. See if we get our voltage back to our main board.
Well, we had lighting on the front. All the control light ups worked. Well, here's why. It's the main power supply. It comes in and runs the this section runs off to the tube finals. This section runs all the bulbs in the front. So we know this section of the power supply is working. And we took and had our main supply voltage comes through this regulator here. Well, I found I had my 21 volts here, I had my 13 volts here, but I had no volts here. And that feeds the rest of the radio. So the main chassis didn't have any voltage. Nothing was coming through this main voltage regulator.
Yeah, replacing that voltage regulator right down there. Got me my channel selector back. Now I gotta see if if I got any type of receive or transmit. But I gotta get a microphone to put on it. Gotta wire up a mic. Now it's kind of hard to get the whole radio in here. But down here on this side is our test point 2, of course our ground, and we're supposed to have what was that, 5.83 volts. Well, it seems that we don't. That's to our PLL circuit. So for some reason I've got to see if I can find why I don't have my voltage at my PLL. Alright, see here I'm at test point 2. We should actually have 2.72 volts, and we only have 0.093. So our feed is right here at 8 through this R17, which is supposed to be 5.23 volts, which we don't seem to have. Pins 1, 8, and 9 of the PLL chip is supposed to have 5.23 volts, which we don't seem to have either. Okay, I'm going to probe 8 and 9. Right there, we have 0.18 volt. We're supposed to have 5.23. So let's go looking to see where we're missing our voltage from. Alright, we need to go to the power section, number 8. Let me scroll through here. Number 8 right there. We've got voltage feed through Q44. Well, we'll have to check Q44 to see if we're getting that regulator, see if that voltage getting through that voltage regulator. That should be an 8.83 out through that regulator. Now this is such a massive radio that it's hard to get everything in. The Q44 is right here. And we'll have to go to the bottom side to probe the voltages. Okay, Q44 location is right there. Let's see if I can get the meter in here. We should have on the collector 12 volts. Okay, we got 12.5. On the emitter we should have 8 something, 8.5, which is okay. On the base we should have 12, oh no, 9, sorry, 9 volts, that's correct. Alright, so we have our voltage at that regulator. Well, here at Q44, we had our output to source 7, but source 8 was dead. Well, where the connection that feeds R16 on the board, there was a through hole that, it wasn't getting through the board. So I had to clean it. It was right beside the regulator. I'll show you where I had to clean and solder. And we've got our voltage back. We got our 5 volts on our PLL circuit now. Now we can proceed to check to see if why we're unlocked. So now let me show you where I had to fix it, and we'll go from there. Now let's see if I got the meter in here where you can see it. Now this is test point 2. We're supposed to have a little over 2 volts, and we do. So we've got our power back. Okay, we know we have our regulator that was right here. Right over on this side, there's a through hole that comes from the emitter of the voltage regulator that feeds the whole PLL circuit. That through hole had lost its connection. So I had to go through, clean the bottom of the board, put a piece of wire down through, solder to the bottom of the board, come to the top of the board, fold it over, and solder the wire back down. That took care of the through hole problem. Well, test point 2. We have our 10240 now. Yeehaw! Well, believe it or not, got the voltage. It's working. It's off frequency, but it's working.
I got the message sitting back there. I'm sitting back there listening.
Okay, well, we'll go on through and do the alignment. Well, it had a bad speaker. So I took the external speaker I had and pulled the speaker out of it and put it in it for now, till I can find one of the right size. Well, we got through the PLL alignment. Everything lined right up. So now we're on to the receiver alignment. Well, in the process of doing the receiver alignment, ran into 3 issues. Sideband squelch adjust isn't working properly, and sideband meter, S meter reading is not working properly, and the channel selector is a bit touchy. So we'll go on to finding out what's going on with those 3 items. Right, with the squelch, we got VR or RV10 down here. I'll have to check to see if we've got 100K across the variable, and check to see what our voltage is. It says here 7.95 volts in transmit. Well, I would say that that's probably a misprint, but we'll have to find out. Okay, for the squelch threshold for sideband, this variable is got the right resistance across, but you see here, this center section is real sloppy. Let's see here, see if I can get that to slide over. See how I can slide that all over the place? It's not making proper connection in there. So I changed it out with another one and got the sideband squelch threshold set. Okay. That little variable right there, VR10, was the squelch adjust for sideband. Well, I replaced that one because of the sloppy center section, and that took care of the problem on the S meter as well, on the sideband S meter. So there must be something related between there and there, which I didn't look up. But that took care of that issue, so that adjusted perfectly. Still having a little bit of time with the channel selector, but we'll work on that after a bit. Now we'll move on to the transmitter alignment. Well, there we go. One DAC-10 rescued from the parts bin. I picked it, literally rescued this one from a parts bin. The guy had it in his junk pile and was going to use it for parts. I picked it up, got it working. Hello, audio. Yeah, hello 36, hello 36, 269 New York. It's putting out about 20 watts on sideband. Hello. Dead keying at about 4 and swinging up to about 10. Well, that's not doing too bad. The receiver on it is about a minus 100. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's not the worst either. But the thing is fully operational. Nice radio, beautiful radio. It really sucks that they drilled a hole here in the front for a crystal mod. But there you go. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.